Once upon a time, in a village ringed by a dark forest, there lived a girl in a crimson cloak. People called her Little Red Riding Hood, she said softly to herself as she tied her hood. Her mother pressed a wicker basket into her hands and said, "Go straight to your grandmother's cottage. Do not leave the path. Do not speak with strangers." "I understand," she said, and she stepped into the trees. The forest closed around her like a whispering chapel. Branches creaked. Damp leaves sighed underfoot. "It's only the wind," she said, trying to be brave. Then a voice slid between the trunks and said, "Where are you going, little girl?" A pair of yellow eyes gleamed. The wolf stepped out, smiling too widely. "To my grandmother's house," she said, gripping the basket. The wolf tilted his head and said, "How kind. There are flowers that way and prettier paths if you wish." "No, thank you," she said. "Mother told me to stay on the road." "As you wish," he whispered, and he vanished into the brush. She listened. Twigs snapped ahead, never behind. "He's going first," she said under her breath, and she walked faster. Night pooled in the roots when she reached the cottage. The door creaked open by itself. "Grandmother?" she said. No answer, only the faint tremble of a candle flame. She stepped inside. The air smelled of damp wool and something metallic. In the bed, a small figure shifted under a quilt. "Come closer, my dear," the figure whispered. "Let me see you." She set down the basket and said, "Grandmother, what big eyes you have." "All the better to see you with, my dear," the figure said. "Grandmother, what big ears you have," she said. "All the better to hear you with," the figure said. She swallowed. "Grandmother, what sharp teeth you have." The quilt exploded upward. "All the better to eat you with," the wolf roared. She screamed, she said later, though it felt like the scream never left her throat because a gunshot split the room. The wolf staggered, red blooming across his chest, and fell to the boards. In the doorway stood the hunter, rifle smoking. "You're safe now," he said, voice low and steady. "Come out of this place." "Thank you," she said, shaking. He guided her from the cottage. The moon hung thin. The path ran like a black ribbon between the trees. "I'll take you home," he said. She nodded. For a while they walked in silence, just the hush of leaves and their breathing. Relief loosened her shoulders. "He saved me," she said to herself. But the forest listened. A crow gave a harsh caw and fell quiet. She glanced up at the hunter's face. His eyes were on a path, unreadable. "Are you hurt?" he said. "No," she said, "only frightened." "Fear fades," he said. His hand rested gently at her shoulder, gentle but heavy. She noticed his other hand behind his back. Something there caught the moonlight and went dark again. "What are you carrying?" she asked. "Just a tool," he said. "Useful in the woods." They walked on. The air grew colder, and the trees leaned closer, as if eavesdropping. "You were brave to face a wolf," he said. "I wasn't brave," she said. "I was lucky you arrived." "Luck," he whispered, "favors the prepared." His footsteps slowed. Hers slowed too. "Is something wrong?" she said. "No," he said. "Nothing at all." The path forked left toward the village lights right into thicker dark. He chose the darker bend without asking. "That isn't the way," she said. "This way is quieter," he said. His voice had softened, but not with kindness, more like a cushion over iron. She kept pace, heart thudding. "You killed a wolf," she said, as if reminding both of them. "Yes," he said. "It wanted to feed." The fog rose to their ankles, then their knees. "The wolf was hungry," he said. She heard the click of something, metal on wood. "Please," she said, "let's hurry." "We will," he said, "soon." A pale clearing opened under a veiled moon. He stopped. She stopped too, because stopping felt safer than moving. He turned to face her. His shadow swallowed hers. "Little Red," he said almost kindly, "do you know why wolves attack?" "Because they're hungry," she said. "Yes," he said, and he nodded. "The wolf was hungry. That's all it ever is?" He smiled then, small, private, a smile she did not know how to read. The forest held its breath. "And people?" she said very softly. "Why do people attack?" He looked past her, as if listening to the trees, and then he looked back. "Curiosity," he said. "Boredom," he whispered. "Power," he said, the word heavy enough to bend the air. He leaned closer, and a hidden thing behind his back flashed once, like a cold star. "And sometimes," he said, voice dropping to a hush, "just because they can."